Ladies and gentlemen, got a little bit distracted earlier while preparing for the show. I do apologize for that. I was being bothered by a hobo retard from Montreal. Did you guys see that on Twitter? If you're on my Twitter, you couldn't have missed it. I was going back and forth with this like remnant of 2018 blood sports that wants to be Tonka Saw real bad. I know, somebody you wouldn't even normally think about, but he kept bringing him up over and over. This dude just shows up on my thread. I'm like, Canada's boring. And he shows up like, don't you go to Winnipeg? I'm like, yeah, but I've been to like Alberta and Toronto, you know, like it's just kind of a boring spot. It's just, you know, it's boring. He's like, oh, well, you just don't know how to pick spots. You should let Lee pick spots from now on when you go on vacation. So I'm like, hey, man, nobody goes on vacation in Winnipeg. Like, I'm going there to visit Leaf. We went on vacation. We went to Cancun. And this nigga lost his shit. He was like, yeah, well, AP, apparently you don't have a sense of humor anymore. Did your sense of humor die with your heart attacks? And I'm like, you didn't tell a joke. I don't know, was I not as happy to see you after 5 years as you thought I would be? I don't know you, nigga. Who are you? So, it gets even better. He goes, I forget about it. I've like post a couple times at him, shit on him a little bit, and then I forget about it. And I go to sleep. I get a message from Leaf this morning, and he's like, you know, he's still freaking out about that shit. I go to his Twitter, and he made like 10 posts just trying to instigate shit. And we come to find out he's doing this on behalf of Dual Wield. Because I shit on Dual Wield a little bit for coming at me about wanting to get a Facebook page from Leaf for Gulf City, and we were just like, no. The fuck? Well, you have some nerve coming over here asking for some shit. But it was over. Dual was like, hey, okay, man, I wasn't even trying to be nothing, man. Like, just some shit I heard somewhere, and I was asking about it. I'm sorry. I was like, hey, that's cool. You know, he got so apologetic and kind of, you know, cool about it that I was like, all right, man, cool. It's all right. Don't worry. I sent him some Fez gifts. He was good. But Broski, the homeless Quebecer, apparently he got really offended by that. Right? So he walked in with that joke in his pocket, and he couldn't come up with a reason to use it. He couldn't instigate the fight he wanted to instigate because I just had him on the pay no mind list. And so just all day he's taking L after L after L. Like, hey, Broski, dude, it's not 2018 anymore. Here's what I got to say to you. And this should put an end to it. It's not 2018. Your poverty sickens me. It's not about talking that good shit anymore. It's about how you live. You're a homeless Quebecer who cheers for the Montreal Canadiens, the last in their district, who plays Fortnite with little kids on stream, has one person subscribing to your Patreon that you beg people to join so they can look at your pictures of titties that you've drawn. That's weird. You're a weird guy. You need to get a fucking job. Leave grown people alone. He was traumatized so bad by Tonka Saw back in 2018 or so when Tonka got a hold of his fake cancer bullshit that he's been trying to be Tonka in a very JRC3 way, where like he's just frozen at the time of that trauma. Like JRC3's dad's suicide. It's very weird. It was a very weird day. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I really have to say to that guy. I mean, you're poor, you're homeless, and you're quickly becoming a lolcow. Then he blocked me. Like, he was going back and forth like, oh, no, fuck, I'm not traumatized by Tonka. And then I'm like, hey, broski, I have a life and you're homeless. And immediate block. I wonder who else is on the pay no list mind. A lot of people. Cocky's kind of on that. Mr. Bacon, El Damn. Are Quebeckies real people? Not really. Canada hates them. Samaj draws better titties anyway. Yeah, that's true. It was fun busting on Broski today. It did feel like old school blood sports, but then like for a second, because there was really no challenge there. It was just like, well, I don't want your heart to explode arguing with me. And I'm like, don't worry. My medical condition is real and it's regulated by a regimen of exercise, diet, and medication. Unlike your fake cancer from putting a vacuum cleaner to your neck and scamming $4,000 out of people for a gaming PC. I have cancer, I need a gaming PC. You think we forgot about that, dude? Come the fuck on. Then he starts bragging about buying a Steam Deck or a Stream Deck, one of the two. I couldn't figure out which one. He started bouncing back and forth. And so I just bought a 32-button Stream Deck for us here in Los Tejas. It's going to make the show a lot better. So I just said, fuck it, and bought it and put the receipt up like, hey, I don't have to beg people for things on my... He's like, my stream bought me a Stream Deck in 30 minutes. And I'm like, hey, man, You don't know who you're bragging to. You haven't been around since 2018, bro. You're like Dr. Giro, with that bitch-ass fat android who does not know what happened on Planet Namek. You have no idea who actually put the last bullet in Tonka Saw's head. The big demon of your life. Because I swear to God, Tonka has traumatized this little dude. This poor fucking Canadian. You gotta feel sorry for him. If it wasn't so funny. All the lolcow trades. First, it was you so mad. I'm like, nigga, you came here. You're the one who spurred out. I was just answering your questions. And then all night he posts, and then when I get up and I answer a couple of them, he's like, "Ha, look at you spurging." I'm like, that's what I said to you last night, nigga. Then he gets two furries to come in and try to do his fighting for him, and they both start talking about talking. I'm like, you guys are a fucking bunch of 2018 refugees, man. You have not been able to leave 2018 since Broski got his shit kicked in. Wow. I didn't know. I'll look at you like a woman who don't give a blowjob. I'm like, they still make you? I didn't think you still existed. JJ Stoner out here dropping. Get everybody 44 420s in the chat for our man JJ Stoner. Here for a lolcow roasting. Just here to watch us roast him slowly over the pit. I don't know what else to say about this cat, man. He's a Montreal Canadiens fan. You're the last in your fucking league. Isn't there some kind of law in Canada against you talking shit to somebody from Texas? The Dallas Stars, #1 division champs. Isn't there laws against you talking shit to me in your country? You have the nerve to step out of your house wearing Montreal Canadiens gear. You're a sick man. Shit, people like you are why your country hasn't taken home a cup in 30 fucking years. You know that, right? Why is it always hobos? Why is it always hobos? Hobos out here like, give me a video game system. You need a job. No, I need a stream deck. No, you need a job, nigga. Talking about, hey man, that PV14AT is a trash mixer that you're thinking about getting. I'm like, that's a top of the line fucking mixer. I mean, it's not top of the line. It's not like movie studio ready, but it will do what you need it to do for sure. It's a good piece of equipment. You can rent it out. And then JJ showed me the mixer he has. It's like the 14AT is just a newer version of that. Because, JJ's had his for a while. And it's only $20 more. So the PVs hold their fucking value. You don't know what you're talking about. You just shut the fuck up a little, man. It ain't 2018 anymore. Talking that good shit ain't gonna get you by. We all live better than you. You're stuck in Montreal. You're frozen, shivering in your boots you got from Salvation Army, playing your stream deck, begging your friends while you have 14 people watching you on Twitch play Fortnite with little kids, while dropping the hint that if you join my Patreon, you can see my anime titties that I draw. And I have people go to your Patreon. That's really what's on there. Just you drawing anime titties. You're a 38-year-old man. You need to get your shit together, broski. I understand, like, the extended adolescence that can happen. I had a little bit of that myself, where I didn't really grow up until after I was supposed to grow the fuck up. But I assure you, I grew the fuck up. Do you need to die like I did before you can grow the fuck up? Because, I mean, no one here is going to threaten you. But, like, and I'm not saying to kill yourself, broski. But I'm just saying if you just, like, temporarily killed yourself, broski, then maybe you wouldn't have these problems, man. I'm definitely not telling you to kill yourself, broski. I would never advise that. We never say that to people out here. Your life is important. I'm just saying, if I was a hobo who was down to smoking meth and drawing titties and put them online and being like, please pay $1, please. And the only one who signed up for it was like my girlfriend. Doesn't she have her own titties? If I was sitting around drawing titties all day, I guarantee Leaf would think something was up. You're both weird people. You're weird. And you lied. You lied about quitting The Morning Decay. You did not quit that show. You were tossed off that fucking show. I know the real story behind that. JJ says, if you give me no budget, I'll have a Midas quick. There's nothing wrong with the PV14AT, especially for what we do. I don't have a radio studio. I don't need 250 digital channels and shit. I don't have $14,000 to spend. But I got a pretty impressive studio, broski. That would make anything you have look like fucking spare Nintendo parts. Get the fuck out of here. Uzi Q for 10, thank you. Says Los Tejas is my town. It is our town. And thank you, Uzi Q, for that 10. And you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to drop a kill because I know Broski's watching. He's a very sad lad. He's still traumatized by Donga. Broski, don't worry. We'll kill Donga for you so you can move on out of 2018 and into 2023. where you will see how fucking silly all of your assertions were. This nigga still thought I had 30 viewers and wasn't doing shit.
Fatality. Shang Tsung wins.
Your soul is mine.
But nonetheless, I will have a stream deck finally, which I've always said I need to get, but I don't really need it for this show. But I mean, for sound effects, it might be cool, shit like that. So I'll get to play around with that. I'll get that tomorrow. I bought that strictly to piss off that Broski dude, because he's like, I got my chat to in 30 minutes to buy me a stream deck, haha. And I'm like, first, you're bragging about exploiting your chat for toys that won't even improve your stream. Second, I can just buy that and never worry about the money. You poor motherfucker. Your poverty stinks in my nostrils, Quebecer. Just like the whole of Canada hates you. Now I hate you too. Imagine trying to be Tonka. Like, I hate that when people start a joke with imagine, but imagine trying to be Tonka. Like, that's your thing. I'm gonna be the new Tonka. Okay. I don't think you remember how the story of Tonka ended. I'm just saying, these remnants from 2018 got to go, man. Like, the death of internet blood sports, like, there are still these, like, crippled fucking blood sports veterans out there that have been traumatized by Tonka-san. And that's weird to me, because I'm like, he was such a fucking joke, but look what he did to you. Holy shit, he mangled you.